Wait, oh my god! I love it!
What's going on, y'all? I got this embroidery machine. Listen, I did not know how to use this thing at all. I've never digitized embroidery before, so I'm gonna show you as a very, very, very beginner what it was like to learn how to create machine embroidery. I become obsessed with things very easily, and I was able to figure it out within a couple of weeks. I used to sell stuff on Etsy like this, and stuff like this, and stuff like this. That was maybe like 10 years ago, but it was a lot of fun, and I figured why not start a new side hustle? I had to get used to this whole learning curve, which I thought it was just going to be easy, but it was not like that at all. First, I started out by using InkScape, which a lot of y'all probably know about. It's kind of like a Microsoft Paint type of thing. They have a plugin for InkStitch, which is completely free, and you're able to use that program to digitize your designs. So here's patch number 1. Not the worst for a first attempt. It was also supposed to have words on it, and those just completely disappeared. I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong. I didn't realize until I was editing this video that part of the reason the first few patches were so bad is because I used the wrong stabilizer, which I'll link in the description, a good video about stabilizers, but basically what I was using was 2 tearaway stabilizers, and that's not enough. Then my second was somehow even worse. This was supposed to be some peaches. Now what does that look like to you? I won't even ask. Yeah, it doesn't look right, I'll tell you that much. I don't know why the damn stitches were so far apart. I'm not sure how this was the beginning to end result. And the program kept shutting down when I was in the middle of something, and I would lose all my work, and that is the bane of my existence. That will cause me to throw away whole careers, throw away whole values and identity. I honestly cannot deal with it. So then I switched to Embrilliance level 1 stitch artist. This doesn't mean anything. It's a random symbol just to see how it would come out. And this is actually pretty good. It's troubleshoot city on here. What I want to say is that this already seemed like a better solution because the thread did not break once, and it kept breaking whenever I was just doing the 2 tearaway stabilizers. The felt on top of the tearaway seems to be looking good. I want to tell y'all another thing I noticed is that these little spools that I have of embroidery thread, you know how when you stick the thread on here and you have the spool holder on the end? I realized that with these kind, you can't put the spool holder on this side. You have to flip it, because otherwise it's gonna keep tangling over here. That doesn't even look like as much as I thought it was going to. 2 to 3, you cannot deny the difference between these two. So then I was like, all right, I guess Embrilliance is the one. Embrilliance cost, I got it on sale, I think it was like $150 or something like that, which is a little pricey, but little did I know in buying this machine that it is a really, really expensive hobby. So if you're gonna get into this, I'm just letting you know that you're not even gonna be able to foresee the amount of cost that you're gonna end up paying. Didn't realize how damn expensive it would be. So yeah, I got this Janome 440E. I got it on eBay, and it came with a bunch of different threads, which I think that lady was using the wrong thread. You're not just supposed to use a random thread on an embroidery machine, especially the bobbin. The bobbin, you're supposed to use a really thin thread specifically for embroidery. It came with a hoop of the size 7.9 by 7.9, which I think if I'm going to be making like a bunch of the same design, this will come in handy. Like picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would really shorten the amount of time it takes to do something, because it takes a long time to do this with a single needle embroidery machine. But this is just gonna have to do. One of the major points of why I'm making this video is because I wanted to show you some of the things I learned along the way while I am trying to make a friend's birthday present. My friend really likes this character, Nanalon, who I don't know who the hell that is. It looks like a Sesame Street puppet, but I looked it up, and apparently this is a Canadian show that's been around since 1999, okay? Since, forever. But my friend really loves this character. So I was like, maybe I can digitize a picture of this character and make a little patch and put it on a tote bag, right? Like, how cute would that be? Then I was like, oh, this one is her favorite. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. So of course, I decided to do one that was way harder. Not sure why I picked this one. So I'm going to go through the process of how I learned how to digitize stuff on Embrilliance level 1, how it came out, then I'm going to make her a tote with a little patch on it. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I love trying new crafts and I'm happy that y'all want to watch. So what I did was I uploaded that picture into Embrilliance, and you're gonna have to excuse me because I didn't realize that my big ass head was gonna be the focus of some of these videos, but I singled out each piece of the picture by color and basically traced around each one, or used the magic wand, which really came in handy, and I would zoom in and out and turn the photo on and off to see which parts of the background would be showing if I did not fill them in yet. Got it? Good. Okay, so right here you can see how I would have the image and then I would turn on all the layers, play with the textures, and then I would turn the picture off sometimes in order to see, okay, what little blank spots in here do I need to fill in? What do I need to tweak a bit to make sure that there are no blank bits of the patch? Because this isn't an applique, this is a full embroidered patch. Also, as you can see here, I was using the Bezier tool in order to get the right curves around the fence, and I bought one of these drawing pads, which seems like it'll come in handy at some point, but this thing is kind of hard to use, so I'm probably going to need to get more practice on it before it's actually that helpful. Don't buy one of these. So then I saved it as a .jef file on my jump drive, which is what the Janome machines can read. Then I plugged it into my machine and just had to change the thread every so often for the different layers. Last thing was adding a satin border, and then my first draft was done. The last thing I'm going to do is just cut around it and show y'all that, and then I'm going to have to probably do a few things on the computer to adjust because there are some missing spots. See how like there's black in between here? First draft of a way more complicated patch that it took a lot of work to digitize actually looks pretty damn good. I'm pretty sure if I did not put this on the red felt background, which I knew was going to look a little funkated, if I hadn't done that, I think it would look a lot better. And now, because I'm making her a tote bag, I think I'm going to use jean as the background, but I don't know if I want to do the patch directly on the jean, like on the actual tote, or if I want to do it separate. I think I want to do it separate just because the tote, like when I make the tote, I know that the tote is going to be good, and if I put the patch on the tote, then that would suck. So I think I'm going to do them separate. See all the dark pieces that come in between and peek through? This actually I think is because it starts the blue here and then stops the blue somewhere over here and then starts again up here. I don't know, there's just like different starting and stopping that I'm gonna have to fix on here, but I think patch number 2 is gonna look really good, and I'm not gonna put y'all through the whole process of watching me do it again. I'll just show y'all what number 2 looks like when I'm done. In the meantime, I'm going to make these pants into shorts because I got these stupid ass jeans that came with the holes on the bottom. I don't know why people like jeans like this because my knee just gets stuck in them and rips them. So I'm gonna make these into shorts, and the bottom part I'm gonna use for the actual tote for my friend. I figure she can use it for random I didn't measure or nothing. It is what it is. Okay, so remember, this is the first one and this is the second one. So let's compare. I really think that the second one looks fantastic and is almost there, except for I think I like the color of the fence on this one better than this one. Everything else though, I think looks pretty good. I love the border, but the only thing I think is I just need to rip out these stitches because I don't even know how those got there. So I'm gonna get rid of those. I think I'm just gonna end up using this one because it came out really cute, if you ask me. And since I did it on this larger piece of jean, I was thinking that this could just be the pocket. So I think that is what I'm going to end up doing. I think it looks a little brighter and happier with this fence color. What do y'all think? Also, when it comes to what kind of tote I'm going to make, I think I'm just going to make something up. I used to work at a bag company, which is where I learned how to sew some years ago, and I know how to make a tote pretty easily. I did get some inspiration from Pinterest, but I think I'm just gonna wing it and make something kind of simple, a wider, bigger bottom tote. I don't know what kind of straps yet, but I was thinking something longer. As you'll see, that plan did not happen at all. It ended up being a tall, skinny bag and some short straps because I just wanted to preserve as much of the jeans as possible and not waste any fabric. Maybe something that she could just use to go pick up some fresh flowers from the market. At this point, I decided I was going to seam rip those funky edges, and to my surprise, this actually sucked. Oh no! Okay, update. So what I realized is that it's really, really hard to pick out these stitches on the edge. So I think I'm just going to have to cut my losses on this one and just keep it for myself, just like the other one, and do it one more time, making sure that all these stitches are going to be up here and not on the outside. My other option would be to just trim as close as possible and use a lighter to burn it, but I don't know if I want to waste this whole piece of jean because all of this would go to waste. Another thing I wanted to tell y'all is that I did not realize how much work this was going to be, and also how many embroiderers do not feel like learning digitizing. Because I looked on Fiverr and apparently this is a whole thing that people do as a side hustle. Alright girl, that's enough. Just make the damn tote. So y'all remember when I cut below the knee on these pants? Well, on each side I went ahead and cut down the middle to give me 2 flat pieces. Then I kind of looked at them, you know, I was looking at the placement for the little embroidery piece and I was like, all right, what size should this tote be? What shape should it be? Should I cut off these little things that I accidentally tore open with my damn knee? And I did. That was after plenty of fiddling around and realizing, oh, I'm gonna need some straps. So I cut off kind of the bottom here, if you can see, and mirrored it on the other side, as well as the little damn pieces that I ripped open with my knee. And that left me with a front and back panel and 2 chunks to make straps out of, which I cut lengthwise and sewed them together into longer straps. Here's me making sure they're twins, not cousins, and then pressing the seams open. I often have to remind myself that pressing your fabric is an important part of the whole process, but my ass is lazy and I never want to do that, and I probably should have pressed it before I did any of this cutting. So please just do it the other way around. I don't know why I'm saying it like it's a tutorial. It ain't no damn tutorial. I'm just telling you how I did it, alright? But anyway, I serged those bad boys and then I folded in the edges like this so it would be easier for me to stitch when I make the straps into a tube. I mean, come on, look at me being so profesh. Wow! So I guess I just stitched them down without filming it, but I think that's okay. Because y'all know what a damn straight stitch looks like, and I was trying to hurry up because my friend's birthday was in a couple days.
1 day later.
It's my friend's birthday tomorrow, and this shit is still in pieces. What? So I'm gonna throw it together right now. In the midst of scrambling to get this done, I decided it'd be a good idea to rip the pockets off the cutoffs, thinking I could put the patch on one side and have another regular pocket on the other side. Here I am stitching the patch onto one of the pockets, and I changed the thread to be the golden color usually used on jeans. And when I put this pocket on, I had to be really careful because my machine really isn't a heavy duty type machine. So I would have to carefully use the hand wheel and kind of go slowly to make sure that I wasn't going to break the needle. Then I put the other pocket on the other panel. All right. I got the 2 pockets. Now I'm gonna sew these together on the sides and the bottom and leave the little notches like that. If you can imagine. Oh, no. It was hard as hell to get this thick ass fabric through the serger, so I just had to power through. And then I finished all the serge stitches with a knot. I don't know a better way to do this, especially when the fabric's so thick, so if anybody has an idea, please let me know. So to make a flat bottom bag, you're gonna have to take this notch here and the middle part, the little angle, you wanna pull it out like you're opening a bag of chips kinda. And then you'll sew straight across this part, right there. After sewing the 2 corners, I tied the knots off and then the main bag body was done. All right, let's see what it looks like. I think it'll be a good bag to like put wine in. Ta-da!
Oh, yo.
Is it cool?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a good wine bag.
Yeah.
Well, good job you did.
Thanks, baby.
That's Nito's
You think
spaghetto.
it is Neato Spaghetto. Thanks, babe. Even though I was kind of tired and over it, getting some nice compliments from my sweetheart really fueled me to be able to finish this thing. So I seam ripped where I wanted to put the straps, tacked them down with a box stitch, and then I was done. Fast forward 12 hours to Britt's birthday.
I made you something for your birthday.
Wait, really? Oh, are you filming me?
Yeah. That's your birthday present.
Oh,
Wait,
oh my
look.
god.
Wait, look what
Wait, oh my god. I love it.
Thanks for sticking to the end, and like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me.
All right, bye y'all.